Today on our 2005 Hyundai Santa Fe, we'll be installing the Curt Hitch, part number C13505. Here's what the hitch looks like installed on our vehicle. Now we'll go ahead and give you a couple measurements in helping you choose some accessories for your hitch, such as a ball mount, bicycle rack, or cargo carrier. From the center of the hitch pin hole to the edge of the bumper is approximately 3 inches, and from the top of the receiver opening to the ground is approximately 15 inches. Now let's go ahead and install our hitch. For ease of installation, we went ahead and lowered the spare tire out of the way before we began. First, we'll need to go ahead and remove the 2 tow hooks, one from each side. On the driver's side, there are 3 bolts that will need to be removed, as well as an additional bolt that is towards the rear of the vehicle. Once you have these removed, we'll go ahead and move over to the passenger side, where we'll need to take out 3 bolts again, holding the tow hook in place. These locations will be used to bolt the new hitch into place. You will not reuse the factory hardware. Now here's the hardware we'll use to bolt the hitch to the vehicle. We'll use a hex bolt and a conical tooth washer. All the hardware is the same for each of the locations. You want to make sure that the teeth on the conical tooth washer face the hitch. Now before we put the hitch up, we'll need to go ahead and lower the exhaust out of the way. Before we lower the exhaust down, we'll want to make sure we install a safety strap. There are 3 rubber hangers that we'll need to remove to lower the exhaust down so that we can get the hitch in between the bumper and the exhaust. You'll also want to go ahead and use a little spray lubricant on the exhaust hangers before lowering them. It makes it easier to remove them. To remove the exhaust hangers, you can either use your hands or a pry bar or a large flathead screwdriver. With the 3 exhaust hangers removed, we can go ahead and lower the exhaust down just a little bit more by loosening up the safety strap. While doing this, make sure you keep a hand on the exhaust so it doesn't lower too far. Now that we have the exhaust out of the way, we'll go ahead and get someone to help us raise the hitch into place and install at least 1 bolt with the conical tooth washer facing the hitch on each side. Now that you have at least 1 bolt installed on each side, go ahead and install the other 2 bolts with the conical tooth washers as well. Now with all 6 bolts installed, go ahead and tighten them down and torque them to the manufacturer's specification. Now that the bolts are torqued to the manufacturer's specification, we'll go ahead and reinstall our exhaust hangers. With the exhaust back in place, we'll go ahead and put our spare tire back up, and that'll complete the installation of our Curt Hitch, part number C13505 on our 2005 Hyundai Santa Fe.